This video is on the objective solve applied problems with the law of cosines. Okay, and this isn't a problem that came up in my preview of the assignment, but it is a kind of question that will come up. For some reason, when I was going through the preview, all the questions I had related to this objective were sine, side, side, SSS triangles. I wanted to show you an SAS, side angle, side triangle as well. Alright, so here it is. This isn't in the preview that you're used to seeing. This is just from the list of questions that are in this objective. So here I have, now again, in the normal questions you'll be able to see more instruction on the bottom. If you want to see more about the objective, click on that, look at their videos, their notes, their examples, and hopefully those help you. Alright, so I've got a question here. A ship starts at a point P, right, so this point here, travels 170 miles to point Q, adjusts its route according to the angle shown, right, so makes this turn and then heads toward point R and travels 199 miles to point R. The question is, to the nearest mile, what is the distance from the starting position of the ship in point P to its current position at point R, so this side here. Alright, so I'll draw this picture and get to work. Alright, so here's a drawing of that picture. And we're asked to basically find, I labeled the side lengths based on the angle names, right? This is angle P, so the side opposite with the 199 miles I call little p. This is angle R up here, so the opposite side I call little r with the 170 miles. Then angle Q we know is 114 degrees in this triangle, so the side opposite I call little q, and that's what we're trying to find. And this is an SAS triangle, right? Side, angle, side. I know two sides, P and R, and the angle they form, right? The included angle. And in these SAS or SSS triangles, just these two scenarios, you can solve the triangle using the law of cosines. So I'm going to find this Q. So I start off with, I know angle Q. So I want to use the version of law of cosines that would have angle Q in it. Well, if I have angle Q inside the cosine, I'm going to start with side Q squared. And then have side Q squared equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, P squared plus R squared. And then minus 2 times P and R times the cosine of this angle Q. And we know all these things except for Q, so I'm going to put all this stuff in and then take the square root, right, to find Q. So Q squared is, P squared, 199 squared, plus R squared, 170 squared, minus 2 times P, 199, times Q, times R, 170, times the cosine of angle Q, which is 114 degrees. Right? So I filled in everything that's missing over here. And then we just take the square root of this, right? Q will be equal to the square root of whatever this number is. All right, and I'm going to actually enter this in my calculator. It could also be the negative square root, but again, this is a side length of a triangle, so I'm just going to use the positive version. My angle measures in degrees, so first I'm going to check to make sure that I'm in degree mode, which I am. Alright, so I'll enter this square root of P squared, right, 199 squared, plus R squared, 170 squared, minus 2 times P times R times the cosine of 114 degrees. And make sure all of this is inside the square root. See how my square root bar got really, really long? If you have an older one, make sure you just put parentheses around all this. Make sure it's all inside the square root. So if I round to the nearest, they said to the nearest mile. So this distance here is approximately 310 miles if I go to the nearest whole mile. And if you go back, again, you would submit an answer, right? This is not from my assignment preview. So it's already showing me the answer, 310, and then give me the explanation here. Just, again, punching those numbers into my law of cosines. They're using A, B, and C instead of P, Q, and R. No big deal. All right. Okay. All right, so hopefully watching me do this, looking at your more instruction if you need to, reading the answer explanations when they come up. I'm hoping all this stuff helps you when you're working on this material on your own. And thank you for watching.